Yo, what's up? It is the Purple Yeti late this week. Yep, that's correct. I am here finally. I got my Tasty K-Taste shirt. Ridiculous moniker. Tasty Diet Mountain Dew. Was lamped up last weekend. It was the first weekend of college football, and I didn't see any of it. I know. What? How does that work? Mer. I was on vacation out in the Ozarks, Missouri, way out there in Ozark land, doing float trip, having fun, friends, family, good times, really, which is why I'm kind of still recovering. The river can be a wily beast, but then again, there's plenty of wily beasts to go around, at least from my perspective, which ends up being kind of a sad downer, really. Let's get it out of the way. K-State lost Friday night against North Dakota State Bisons, winners of two straight FCS championships. I kinda saw it coming, but I'm glad I didn't see it coming. Yeah, they're supposed to be tough, and K-State's rebuilding. If anyone follows the blog at kccollegegameday.com, you'll note that I had a couple of preview posts come out. One of them dealt with K-State, and I'm already eating crow on that. Ooh, I might as well revise it. I'm not going to go back and revise the page. I'm just going to come back here and say that they'll make a bowl and be like 6-6 or 7-5, I think. Unless, of course, it's like a wake-up call. I don't know. We'll find out. Louisiana Lafayette is Saturday evening. I'll be watching it. Finally watching a game. But I mean, after that it's UMass and then Texas, and yeah, they probably won't be up to full steam by then, more than likely. Although the Bill Snyder Family Stadium, the West Side Memorial kind of unveiling, I think kind of cursed that. I think that the statue of Bill Snyder was a surprise. I don't think he should have done that. I think that was a bit much. I don't think he appreciated that, and I don't think that should have been there. And I think it kind of jinxed things. If they lose the next couple games at that thing, they need to get rid of that statue. But I didn't see the game. I couldn't tell you stats-wise or how Jake Waters did or Daniel Sams did. I think Daniel Sams is going to play more next week. Who knows? At any rate, tip of the old cap to North Dakota State. You guys came into Manhattan and you beat Kansas State. You earned it. Good job. It feels good to win. Good luck. It's a great thing about college football. There's so much drama all around it. Speaking of drama, I did catch up a little bit of news. I got back into town last night, so tonight is the night to catch up. And there were a couple players tossed for targeting hits, which really is going to be a hard thing to kind of shy away from. So, they got knocked out. I think a guy from Indiana State was the first one to get ejected. So he's out. Who didn't get ejected was Johnny Manziel, and I mean he's fighting back against the world because the world decided to crap all over him. He did a taunt penalty, and then all of a sudden he got benched after that, and it's like, whatever. They beat Rice and they beat them by like 20 points. So they won. They'll get things figured out. And I think it might be the kids last year. I don't see them really coming back after all this. I don't imagine. And it is Kevin Sumlin, and that guy used to be at Houston, and I mean, he coached. He's a quarterback factory. So, so kudos to Texas A&M and all that stuff. The kid last night. Now, I didn't get a chance to post anything Sunday night, but you left me an opportunity to maybe see a little bit of football last night. Well, here on the road, driving back down here, and that kid from Florida State is sounds like he's gonna be pretty good. Now, I think he's like a redshirt freshman, and he had like astronomical numbers. So we'll see if he does any good or whatnot. We'll find out. But yeah, I can't really review the week's worth of football as much per se because I didn't really watch a lot. Like I saw a little bit of Louisville and Bridgewater looked great, but they're blowing out Miami, Ohio. Whoop-de-doo. There wasn't anything else I could see really. So I know in the Big 12, TCU lost, Oklahoma State won, Texas won. Iowa State lost to an FCS team, so we're in good company. But, I mean, there was like 6 or 7 FCS teams that won over the weekend. I think that was probably the story of the weekend, was all the FCS teams winning and doing the old upsets. So, at least it wasn't just Kansas State that lost. At least it was like across the country, like from Oregon State to Iowa State to all over. So, I mean, misery loves company, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. I know this one thing. I will be ready this weekend for the next slate of games. I did mention Louisiana Lafayette. I did mention that Kansas State will be playing them. And there's another big game that won't happen for, they say forever, but that's just to draw up the drama around it. But it's, of course I'm talking about Notre Dame and Michigan. They're playing for the last time for the unschedulable future. Part of it has to do, well, it really does have to do with Notre Dame switching its game affiliation with ACC and having to commit a couple of extra, games and switching things around. As a part of that deal, they're kind of dropping some of the Big Ten teams, and they're heading south where the better competition's at. Speaking of the devil, there's a couple home and homes, I think. Maybe more than one home and home between Notre Dame and Texas, so that's going to happen. It'll be very interesting to watch. I mean, they're doing it now with Oklahoma. They should definitely play with more Big 12 teams, even though this year it's definitely a more wide open race. But this is going to be the last one for a while, so I'm going to be watching that one. Yeah, kind of it's actually fairly exciting. What other big games are going on? That might be it. I mean, at least in terms of top 25. Now, back in my finger typing days, I'd be able to tell you what rivalries are going on, but I don't know about that right now. So, yeah, I mean, everybody else. Well, Texas and BYU is going to be interesting, just because it's Texas on the road, and BYU can put points up. I mean, Kansas did get a transfer from BYU, so I guess there must be a better quarterback over there. South Carolina's playing Georgia because the SEC likes to start off strong. Good, kudos to them. Get those conference games out of the way and just let people forget about the fluff like schedules until like the middle of the year, something like that. So that's That's about it for next week. I mean, there's just enough juice in those games to kind of keep you interested. It's definitely not a full-blown conference schedule, but it's just enough to sprinkle on and to get you even more excited and more ramped up for more football. Mm. So that said, leave some comments down below. Don't subscribe or subscribe above. Next week it'll be quicker, and hopefully it'll be a little bit brighter. And until then, hey, see ya.